So Spotify just came out with some pretty cool new stats that I really want to talk about because I think these are very helpful. It's a thing they call active audience. This basically separates the amount of people who are just, passive listeners who have played your song once or, have only heard it through some algorithmic play, whatever, and the people who continue to listen to your music over and over again. Because while I do have over 30,000 monthly listeners, you can see here 14,325 of them are active listeners, meaning they've been to my profile specifically, meaning that they listen to my music more than once, meaning they have stuff of mine in their playlist and they repeatedly play them. And it breaks them down into 3 different categories as well. We have light listeners, we have moderate listeners, and we have super listeners. So apparently out of the 14,325 active listeners I have, 5% of them, which is 695 people, are super listeners. These are the most dedicated active listeners in the last 28 days. They are most likely to keep streaming your music. That is huge to me, man. That's so cool to see. Then you have moderate listeners, which are people who intentionally stream your music many times in the last 28 days. And these are people that could develop into super listeners, apparently. So essentially, 29% of this total active listener count are just waiting for me to drop a song that is their absolute favorite of a lifetime, and then they end up in super listeners. Down here, you can also see a daily breakdown of, who your super, moderate, and light listeners are. And you can see all of the lines are pretty much steady across the board. And something else they recently added, which is also in beta, is something called release engagement. I'm 2017, and for the longest time, I was a victim of OMD, better known as overpriced music distribution. But ever since I learned about DistroKid, things have never been better. With a starting price of only $1.92 per month, I can easily put my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, and literally anywhere I fucking feel like. Every single plan allows you to upload unlimited amounts of music. You can split royalties just by adding someone's email. They've got gang ties with Twitch, allowing you to become a Twitch affiliate, and you can even get this cute little music note next to your name on YouTube. When it comes to features they have to help independent artists, this really only scratches the surface. So please, sign up using my VIP link down below and start dropping music on platforms that really matter. DistroKid, why drop music anywhere else? This basically shows you the percentage and the amount of individual people from your follower list who have streamed your song within the first 28 days. Now it does track daily. Every day you can come back and then see this updated. For my latest song, which is just a remix to my song Soldier with a guy named Elsham, if you want to check it out, go search it up anywhere. 103 people out of my 2,109 followers have streamed it within the first 8 days. That's about 5%. I mean, not too bad. It seems pretty steady across the board that anywhere between 3 and 10% of your followers are going to actually stream it within the first 28 days. So if you're looking at the number and you're thinking it's kind of low, it seems like it's just no matter what, however many monthly listeners you have, it's about the same. You can click this little drop down and sort it by any song that was released in the last 6 months. You can see for collection, 194 people, aka 9.6% of my total followers streamed it in the first month. So we're almost breaching that 10% line. Pretty good. I mean, this is why I think that followers are super important, because when you get pre-saves and you get followers, that increases the amount of individual people here. Though the percentage doesn't vary too much, the amount of individual people who stream it in the first 28 days is always going to increase. So I love followers for that reason. If you made it this far in the video, leave a comment down below of how many super listeners you have, because I'm very curious to see what your numbers look like. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy MMXVII, and I'm out. Peace.